Okay. Welcome, everybody. Going to be testing the volumes as always. Hopefully everyone's having a good night so far. Gonna make sure... Man, this is taking a while. Hopefully everyone can hear me alright. Alright, let's see. Taking a while to load up. Alright, let's see. Taking a while to load up. Sounds good over here. Alright, welcome everybody. Malachi once again with the first message. Wish I can give you a reward for that. Good to have you, buddy. Welcome. We've got an interesting match tonight. NC2 versus FLR. I've been covering a lot of the top tier teams, ones that have had no losses or one loss. So today I decided I wanted to follow a middle tier bunch of teams, ones that have only had like 2 or 3 losses, but still pretty competitive. And this was literally the only one that I could find. Nevertheless, this should be a really fun match. No, Texas didn't drop out. I'm just not covering them today. Matter of fact, I believe the rematch for the round that we missed last week is going to be held this Wednesday. So as long as I don't have too much homework, I'll be covering that match as well. I may actually skip Tuesday's match just so I can rest up and have enough energy for Wednesday's match. So we should see that coming out pretty soon. So over here in the red corner, we got NC2, and they are prepping up right now. And in the blue corner, we have FLR. Now I believe NC2 is missing 2 players. I wasn't counting 10, I only counted 8. And FLR seems to have their full 10 ready to go. So this should be a pretty fun match. I remember a lot of people were kind of looking at Florida when the tournaments began. They were expecting some pretty big things from them. And they haven't disappointed too much, really. I mean, they're pretty much right in the middle standings. And NC2, we all know that North Carolina won last year's match, so there was a lot of hype for them. So this should be a fun match to watch. Hopefully. We got a solid 11 minutes before this all begins, so make sure you guys are all ready to go in about 11 minutes. Otherwise, I'll just be here talking to you guys until the match begins. Good to have everyone, though. We are in round 9. You guys believe that? Round 9 already. We would have been much further along if we didn't have that 2-week break for the holidays that our Eastern friends enjoyed. I mean, we enjoyed it too because there were some festival things we could do and get some rewards, but it's an Eastern holiday. It's their New Year. But yeah, without that, we probably, let's see, that would have been 6 extra. We would have probably been in round 15 by now. You know, round 9 right now. What is the best hero to put on the wall with equipment? I've heard some different things. Pretty much whatever marching hero that you have that you would normally single march with is a good one to put up there. So I see a lot of people putting up their Selmas. Another good one is the infantry hero, since they have a lot more defensives. Those are the 2 top ones that I've heard of. But pretty much, if you like, let's say you're joining a rally and you're sending a 2nd tier hero, because it doesn't matter if it's a super rally, then you just put your best hero on the wall that has the best equipment for optimal defenses. Again, if you're just joining us, they're in their prep phase right now. They are redoing their equipment, doing up their talents. There's that glitch again. Prestige 25. How do I get my hand on that castle, huh? And why do you have tiny wings? Same thing over here. It's all the tiny wing. So I'm pretty sure it's just one of those things where it looked like it should have been a C25 and ended up getting the Prestige logo attached to it and everything. Oh yeah, no, it's definitely a glitch. It's absolutely a glitch. It doesn't have anything to do against their stats, because I mean, if I go on over here and I look at that again, actually, that might even be an indicator of those who have multiple castles. Let's take a look, though. Yeah, so you can actually tell that people who have those weird castles are ones that have multiples in here. And it's not that they're cheating or anything, it's just that it's just a glitch. It just shows their castle twice. So, no big deal. There's still only 10 players on that side. And there's 8 over here for NC2. Hopefully they get their other players in here. Although I've seen teams dominate with 3 less players, so it doesn't really matter. It just depends upon the quality of your team. Just under 8 minutes before we begin. Welcome to everybody who's filtering in right now. Hopefully everyone had a good weekend. I know after this I'll be relaxing since I have Mondays naturally off from my work. Might even take a couple of shots. Why not? If anybody remembers from the old ClashCast days, I remember I did quite a few after streams when I didn't have work the next day, and I play some other games while you guys were there. Did Heroes of the Storm and Cards Against Humanity. I'll have to do that again sometime. Sometime when I get a big crowd in here and they just want to keep going with the with everything, it'd be kind of fun just to play some other stuff. I've actually even got ideas of doing more frequent streams just on Twitch. Since I kind of want to keep YouTube with Clash of Kings, I'd rather not confuse the fan base. But yeah, I am thinking about doing some other games for Twitch and everything. I don't know, maybe I'll do it for YouTube. Jeez, my battery's draining quick. Might have to get my charger out. Let's see. Okay, it's over there. Yep. You may see an indicator of me getting a low battery at some point in the middle of the match, because my battery is going down rather quickly right now. Again, if you're joining us, welcome. NC2 versus FLR today. Both middle tier teams as far as the standings go. Right now it's looking like NC2 in the red has about 8 players, and FLR in the blue has a full 10. At least as far as I can count. Sometimes there's glitches with how many castles are actually there. Sometimes they'll show up twice, sometimes they just don't show up at all, at least in the starting area. Reaching about the 5-minute mark before we begin. They're still in their prep phase. This is probably the more boring part of the stream where we're just sort of waiting, but it's good to have people filter in rather than coming in late for when the match actually begins. Starting to see the power starting to even out, so that sort of tell me that the castle numbers are starting to grow. Even though I'm only counting 8 right now, I'm checking the corners. Sometimes people teleport to the corners. No, you are, but I don't know how you do it. Like, you might, well, I mean, you know I'm pretty on time with starting my stream. So I mean, you know what time I start, Malachi. But no, that's dedication. That's some dedication. Not gonna lie. For a small little streamer like me, I can appreciate it. All right, 3.5 minutes before the match begins. Last chance, everybody. It's a step away from your computer, your tablet, your phone, whatever your viewing medium of choice is. Hell, you can even watch me on the big screen. Stream YouTube to your TV. Watch from your bed. I do that sometimes. No, I don't watch myself, but I watch other things on YouTube. Actually, that's the best way for me to start falling asleep is if I'm watching something. And it's way better if I'm watching it from my bed. I have a TV right in front of it. What's going on, Christopher? Another familiar face. See, now here's the thing. Like, when I stream, I don't get many viewers. Like, I get way more viewers when I make tutorial videos. And I get way fewer people when I'm streaming, but it's the same people every time. So it's really cool to see, you know, the OGs of the OC, you know? Not much, Christopher. How you doing? Hopefully your weekend's going good too, man. That's true, Don. I actually don't know. I don't recognize your name. So yes, you are new. I like old and new viewers. It's not a big deal. It's just funny because, but what I was saying before, Don, is that like for some reason I have a very loyal viewer base when it comes to my streams, and so there's always people who always chat first in here. It's interesting how that works. Like I don't get anywhere near as much viewership as I do on my tutorials that I do on these, but you know, it's sort of a chance for me to be able to interact with you guys directly, which I've always enjoyed. Videos are always scripted. Streams are nowhere near scripted. 1.5 minutes, everybody. Oh, one of your roommates is on NC2. Oh, cool. Well, I can already tell who you'll be rooting for. You're hoping that the map turns red. Well, here's NC2's team right here. And they will be getting ready to go in less than 1 minute. As always, we're going to see where everyone wants to jump, which structures they want to focus on. See if they can get a good, see which team can get a good lead first. Oh yeah, I appreciate that, Christopher. It helps that I've had public speaking parents that I've been around for a while. And then at one point I was also a teacher, so, you know, I can explain things pretty well, so I'm happy that you're enjoying them. Malachi thinks NC2 is going to win. Good predictions. All right, looking down at the back of my phone. 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Crystal Mine. Let's see who's going there. That was some quick teleports. That was some very quick teleports. 2 people from NC2 that I see so far, and a long march from them. See an invisible castle. That's Florida trying to see if they can get in first. Who ended up getting it, though? I'm actually not even sure who that is. I've got to look at the colors. All right, so that's a blue. So right now, Florida has the Crystal Mine and the North and South Tower Blessings. What else is going around? Looks like also FLR has the training grounds as well as the armory. So NC2 hasn't really captured anything as of yet. So we do see that they are trying to fill up the Crystal Mine as quickly as possible. let's look at the Night Hall and see what's going on there. So the Night Hall is already up. Night Hall is already up, so this is some quick points for both teams to get at the very moment. Let's see how quickly it goes. It looks like I see a lot of Florida players marching in. And we do see some long marches coming in as well. Currently no battles are being set, so they're kind of focusing on the Night Hall and taking over different structures. At the end of this, we'll see what the points are, because the Night Hall does give big boosts to points for both teams that are participating in it. We're seeing a lot more marches come through now. Still no battles. And a lot of the area is blue at the moment. There's a couple of red spots for the supply points. But the major structures are coming up FLR right now. Currently, the Night Hall is still in full effect. We see a lot of people starting to march in. Can't really even see the percentages at this point since so many marches are kind of covering it up. Looks like... Okay, so we're in the 40s right now. Less than 40 pretty soon, as we're starting to see some long marches getting sped up to hit it. I do like seeing that. I always like seeing that hustle. You like seeing it in sports. You like seeing it in esports. Less than a quarter of the way there. And now it's really going quickly as we see tons of marches going in now. Should see that shield popping up, and there it is. So the current score right now is 228 points in favor of FLR versus a very close 113 for NC2. Now we should start seeing some battles being set, and indeed we do. We see that the South Tower? No, I'm eventually going to get that right. I still am not getting it right. The North Tower Blessings is the first one that's going to be rallied up against. As we know, that is an FLR structure, so NC2 is going to try and take that away from them. We also see some rallies being set for the Crystal Mine, which is also under FLR control. So we'll see two different structures being contested right now. And I like seeing that NC2 is doing this. And actually, I'm gonna recall that last message, because it looks like NC2 was able to take the Crystal Mine. So that means that there's only one structure for each team that's going to be rallied. And again, I'm going to scratch that because now we have the other Tower Blessings being rallied against. So FLR has both North and South Tower Blessings. NC2 is setting rallies for both of them. And NC2 has control of the Crystal Mine, and Florida is going to be rallying that. The first one that's going to be going through is the Crystal Mine, so let's go ahead and look at that. We see it already being marched upon. And this will give us a good idea of the defensive and offensive capabilities of both teams. We see some other quick marches in there, and the numbers did change, so that means it will go over to FLR. It looks like only one rally was able to really do that. And that's a strong offensive ability right there. 718 cav attack versus 642 on the defensive side. The defensives for the infantry is amazingly higher for the attacking team, so that's something to note as well. The defensive damages and defensive damage taken is very good for the defensive side. Matching, getting pretty close to matching on the offensives. But overall, the stats were just a little bit higher in favor of FLR. Now, we're also going to be seeing the Towers of Blessings being rallied upon very shortly. We already see some marching action right here. And there it is. So we'll see if NC2 can take this away from FLR. Kind of slow marching that in there. I don't see any number changes, and I do see a bunch of NC2 players going back. Let's see how that looked in the reports. Youch. Now, that could have also just been ooh, wow. Okay, so that wasn't even a full rally. You can tell that. There was only 1.4 million troops in the attacking party and a full contingent defending it. So there was no way that that was going to happen. And those were just single marches. Okay, so that's a clear victory for FLR with not many people filling those rallies. Now this one looks a little bit more full, so we're going to focus on this now. This should be a better indicator of how things should be going. It's a slow march, though, so let's see what else is being rallied against. So we do see that both Towers of Blessings will be rallied upon, as well as the Crystal Mine eventually. That rally is nowhere near being full. And I'm only seeing a single rally, and this is a slow march of death right here. I've got to wonder if there is some glitches with the speed-up systems, or if they're just purposely doing this. If they're purposely doing this, I don't understand why. Doesn't make any sense. But I have seen that there have been glitches with speed-ups in DC as well as World Cup. So, very possible. Either way, let's see how this goes through, as that did look like a more full rally. Now I'm seeing a secondary march, and that one seemed to succeed, as the numbers did change. It was a narrow defeat there. Wow, look at that. Very close. Very close indeed, and this was a full rally. Great stats on the side of the offensive people. Look at that, 791% archer attack. So I bet if I looked in here, there's probably going to be a decent amount of archers, since they would have been the ones dominating here. Yep, so there's not many, actually. Look at that. There's some T-13s in there, so I do like seeing those. I do like T-13s. There's more in there. Look at that, 102k kills on the T-12 archers, from the T-12 archers. Not many were sent in there. 78k kills from that one. 63. Yeah, so it looks like the majority of the kills were coming from the archers, but the stats for the archers were way higher, so that does make sense. Now, we do see that the rally for the Crystal Mine is going to be going through pretty soon. Oh! Florida was able to retake the Tower of Blessings right from under their noses. Wow. Okay. So even though the rally was successful, they were able to quick march it right back. Very good job on the state of FLR. Now, I'm not sure if the Crystal Mine rallies went through. It looks like it did. Let's see what the reports say. Wow, look at that. Ooh, so that's an unfortunate defeat for NC2. There was a 3.4 million... I want to also note how many troops are defending. That's a good amount of troops in there. That's nearly 3.5 million. And great stats on the defensive side. 531% infantry defense. Excellent. Look at those defensive damages too. 89% and 78% versus the offensive damage, which is only 38%. It's a very clear victory for FLR on that one. Currently, no battles are being set. And wow, look at that. FLR with a commanding 1,099 points, now 1,104, versus NC2's 438. We do see some structures going in favor of NC2, namely Dragon Towers and supply points, but the major points in contention, the Armory, the Training Grounds, Crystal Mine, are all there pretty much. True, their health was low. Good observation there, Christopher. So we see a double rally being set for the Crystal Mine. We see a double rally being set for one of the Towers of Blessings. I'm sorry. We have double rallies on both Towers of Blessings and the Crystal Mine. I like this move by NC2. I like seeing this aggression. What they need to do now is they need to fill it up fully. They need to really fill it up. That one's filled, that one's filled, that one's filled. We need to get these filled up now. If they can do that, they're going to really start putting FLR in a frenzy. They're going to have to start deciding what they want to do. FLR, at this point, can choose to just sit back and watch and see how things go. Or they can go on the offensive and start attacking some of the Dragon Towers, try and take away other structures. Now, it looks like the Crystal Mine is already resolving. Now, this was a close one here. Wow, darn. Look at that. GIX held on yet again. And again, those are just impressive stats overall. Like, that's just really, really good. So that was a narrow defeat there, but FLR will hold on to the Crystal Mine. Let's see if NC2 can have better luck going against the Towers of Blessings. Now, it looks like the Crystal Mine to the north is already going to be resolving, and I do see troops going backwards. I see FLR troops going backwards, but that might also just be because they were reinforcing and it was full. Let's see if any reports came up for that. Oh, God, look at that. GIX again, holding strong on the, wow. Look at that. GIX is holding both the Crystal Mine and the North Tower Blessings and is proving to be extremely resilient against this NC2 offensive. That's impressive. Now, we don't see any reports for the South Tower, although it is now resolving. We see the battle animation going through. So we should know momentarily if they were successful. Who is holding this structure? It's GIX as well. GIX is holding three of the main structures and is proving to be an extremely formidable defensive opponent. They're going to need to find a way. They're going to have to redo their tactics. At this point, if it's this strong, you're going to have to set a triple rally for all of those structures. That's the only way that that's going to work. I see FLR troops going backwards, but then again, that's only because that they were just reinforcing and it's going backwards. Yeah, if NC2 is going to have any hope against GIX's defense, it's going to have to be in the form of a triple rally, which is unfortunate. That means that you can really only focus on 2 structures at a time if you can set 6 rallies. It's going to be upward. It's going to be an upward battle, I'm afraid. And I can't really see inside of the troop. I would love to see what type. And as a matter of fact, let's do this. Let's take a look at the troops that were in there. And yeah, let's go ahead and look at his defensive troops, because this is important to look at, how strong of a defense he has. So these, let's see, GIX. No, that's not the right one. Okay, so he was... Alright, never mind. So I was thinking it was just going to be him in there, but there's a lot of people reinforcing. Let's take a look and see what this has to hold. So he captured it, but then he brought him back, and then it was the rest of his team that reinforced. So it's a combined effort. It's actually not just GIX. I hear... Is there anyone else in here right now? There's a couple of people, but GIX is sending in... Focusing a lot on the T-13s, it looks like. A good amount of troops for T-12 infantry. That's nearly 100,000. That's not too bad to have in there. Wow, look at those cav kills. Look at those archer kills, actually. Yeah, no, that's a very solid defensive march there. Alright, so we see some different structures going around, and the armory's being rallied right now, and NC2 was able to take away the armory. Looks like FLR is going to try and retake it once again. Let's see if we have a report for that one. Well, there's actually a lot in here, but let's look at this victory one right here. Yeah, that was a good attack there. Very close. Very close. Good stats overall. The offensive damage could be up for a little bit for the attacking team, but this seems to be their main rally leader, their main rally setter. Look at this. A lot of this area is just covered in blue. Covered in blue. How much longer do we have until the night hall? Oh, we have well over 10 minutes or so. Alright, so where are those troops going? So they're probably getting ready for a rally over here. So FLR is going to try and retake the armory, and at the same time, it looks like NC2 is going to try and take the training ground? No, they actually took it. We're starting to see a lot of things turn red over here, including the smaller areas, but the training ground and the armory is in contention from NC2. So Florida's going to try and retake those back, it looks like. And in the meantime, we do see that the Towers of Blessings are going to be rallied upon, so FLR will have a chance to defend that. We see some quick marches in there. I don't believe those are the rallies. That's just people, yeah, those are just people getting ready to reinforce it. Because that rally is still 10 seconds away from marching, so we'll see how well that goes. But currently right now, with a commanding 1,765 points, FLR is in the lead. NC2 about to break 700 points, but they are over 1,000 behind right now. So they're going to have to start doing some drastic changes in order to catch up to FLR. And we're seeing a lot of lines going to this Tower of Blessings. That should be the rally being set. FLR is already preemptively sending reinforcements. I like that move by FLR. Now, it ended up going back, but you never know. The way it resolved, they could have easily have taken it. So he'll probably do that again. Because both of those rallies just went through. Well, I could have sworn he was going to do that again. I guess not. Because at this point, and that will be an NC2 victory, as the numbers do change. Boom. Wow. So DC 50 was able to finally break through GIX's stats there. Very good. I mean, that's nearly 1.6 million, 3.6 million troops in the attack. That's really strong. As well as those stats look like they've been beefed up. Like the Archer attack is nearly identical. Cav attack's higher for the defensive side. But overall, that was a really good job for NC2. I would expect them to be starting a rally very soon for that, though. There's currently no battles being set, though. As the FLR troops are going back to their castles, the ones that were reinforcing. And I saw those lines going pretty quickly. Those are probably reinforcement lines for that Tower of Blessings. And yep, so FLR is going to be setting a rally for that Tower of Blessings. I like the reaction time from FLR. The moment they lose something is the moment that they try and retake it. That's the strategy they need to be employing. Seems to be the only battle right now. It seems to be a full rally as well. But the issue here is that the South Tower and the Crystal Mine is ticking points for FLR. So they are going to continue to broaden their lead. Now, does look like the training grounds has been taken back by FLR, but the armory is being held strong by NC2. Alright, we're seeing yet another rally being formed for that Tower of Blessings. They're going to have to wait on that, though, because it's 36 seconds away from forming. Again, I like that hustle. It looks like they could probably use a couple extra troops in there for reinforcement, since I didn't see those go backwards. But it looks like they're going to be waiting for the other one to form before they send off the other. In the meantime, NC2 is going to try and take away the other Tower of Blessings while their top one is being rallied against. Can they hold on? No, they cannot. FLR breaks through. Looks like it only took one. Yeah. Wow. Look at that. Look at that. GIX is showing to be very resilient in both offensive and defensives. Good troop counts on both sides. Good stats on both sides. But again, you have to know, look at these infantry defenses. If they are focusing that to be their front line, their meat shields, then the infantry defense for FLR is nearly 100% better than that of NC2. The health is pretty high too. So good job on FLR's part. Now this one should be resolving pretty soon. I'm seeing FLR troops going backwards. There's no battles being set, so wow, look at that. Did NC2 just take over the Crystal Mine? They did. That was what I was looking at. Okay, let's go back to that report then. Let's take a look at that report here. Wow. Look at that. Look at that. Yeah, Russell Jackson, that's actually a good observation too. That charge damage is huge. I mean, these are good stats overall. I will say that. So there's going to be a little bit of ping pong going back and forth with these structures. FLR is going to probably... Yep, FLR is already going to be re-attacking the Crystal Mine. Did they just get it back? They just got it back. I didn't see a rally. Did they quick march that? We have to see that really quick. Hold on. So NC2 won that. Grand defeat, complete defeat, narrow defeat. No, okay, so they actually had a rally already set for the Crystal Mine. So they got it back in record timing here. And we are noticing a different rally setter here. Great Archer attack. nearly comparable cav attack. Again, the infantry defenses are just much better. Yeah, great job. FLR has 2 good rally setters here. And again, everything's turning up blue, at least as far as the main structures go. North-South Tower Blessings are ticking points down for FLR. Crystal Mine will once they fully cap it. 2,247 points for FLR. 961 for NC2. We are getting close to the halfway point, and the Night Hall should be coming up fairly soon. Okay, Night Hall in about 5 minutes or so. So that's going to be a good point grab for both sides. All right, so once again, we're seeing some action here. We see double rallies being set for a Tower of Blessings. We see a supply point also receiving some love. 2 for the supply point. I don't necessarily disagree with that move. As long as you're setting rallies for multiple targets to keep your enemy on their toes, it's a good strategy. It's only when you're trading 1 for 1, when they can only focus on one thing. That's not necessarily a very good strategy. So we'll see if GIX can hold off this attack that's about to hit. And then we have the supply point over here that's being marched upon. But we will go ahead and focus on the Towers of Blessings as they are now going through. Can't see if there's a number change. I don't see it. I don't believe that there was a change on that first one, but the second one is going to go through. And it's still blue. It is still blue. Did they just survive a double rally? We have to look at that, guys. Ooh, they did. They staved off a double rally. Wow. Wow. 20 million power loss. Ridiculous. We're going to analyze that pretty soon. So there was 1 million left. Wow. So they actually reinforced it just a little bit. But it's just... Okay, we are going to analyze what type of troops are in there because that's ridiculous. So at this point, I'm not even wondering about the offensive. It just did not work. What did the defensive people have in here? So we're starting here at GIX. I mean, it doesn't look like anything special. It looks like just a normal quick march. Okay, no. So look at this. So, we see a lot more T-12 infantry in this one. That's a lot of defensives. And again, look at that. So some of these guys are not sending quick marches. Chico here sent a whole bunch of T-12 infantry. Nothing from here, really. A low amount here. Low amount there. All right, no, I just wanted to see basically if their defensives were the things that were carrying them. But that's really good. Really good. I saw some non-quick marches from FLR. Very good. All right, so the new action we have here is we have a double rally being set for the Crystal Mine. And both Towers of Blessings are going to be rallied at the same time. It's a very risky maneuver. We already know that they can stave off a double rally in some cases. At this point, I would have switched tactics and did a triple rally per thing. Like, if they can successfully make 6 rallies, you want to divide that by 2. Let's say you want to attack both Towers of Blessings with triple rallies. That is the dream right now, in my opinion, since the opponent is so strong. Thankfully, though, but look at this. NC2 was able to take over the Crystal Mine. Let's see how many that took. Looks like it was a single rally that did it, too. Wow. So it is worthy to note that there was only 2.9 million troops defending the Crystal Mine, and there was 3.5 million troops going in, and yet it was still such a close match. I do see some infantry defenses being improved upon for NC2. So they might have noticed that and made the proper changes. But very good, NC2, for single rallying that down. And it got taken right back. It got taken right back. Right from under our noses. Goodness. Wow. So they must be setting counter rallies up, because that's not a full contingent in there, so they wouldn't have had enough time to actually do it. Wow. FLR is showing some supreme levels of strategy here right now. Amazing reaction times. And we do see that the 9 hole has opened up while these rallies were going through, and these guys are going at it in a frenzy. We'll take a look and see what the score is after this. As I've said, this is a big point grab for both sides. I would think that NC2 would be sending every single thing that they can at this right now. I mean, this is just free points. About 20% right now, below 20%. $13, $11. All right, shield should be coming up any second now. We'll take a look at the score after that. There's our shield. All right, currently, and then that was a bit of a catch-up there. So FLR has 2,960 points. NC2 with 1,271. Let's see what battles are being formed. All right, Crystal Mine is going to be one of the targets. But we also see that FLR is going to be setting a rally for the Armory, I believe that is. Yes, that's the Armory. So Florida's going after the Armory. NC2 is going after the Crystal Mine. A double rally is being set for the Tower Blessings. And we see another one forming for the opposite Tower Blessings. So that will be an FLR victory for the Armory. They will take that away. Wow, look at that. 3.4 million troops going in, 3.3 million troops defending. Jeez. Superior stats, I mean. Actually, I did want to look at the basic attacks. Basic attack +7, that's good. Damage received. I mean, there's just so many little nuances to the game that could flip a battle one way or the other. So Florida will take over that. Now, I believe the Crystal Mine. Did the Crystal Mine already go through? It would seem so. Boo, man. Oh, man. They just keep hitting brick walls against this FLR defense right now. And that was just a single march, so that's not really going to show a whole lot. But yeah, FLR holds on to the Crystal Mine, and it doesn't look like the Towers of Blessings fell either. We will take a look at the, yeah, so there's a defeat there. Wow, look at that. But then again, this rally wasn't really all that strong either. 2.6 million troops going into 3.5, and that's already a downside right there. Cav attack is way less, nearly 100% less than the defending team. Let's see the archer attack. Archer attack's pretty comparable. There's not a huge difference there. Offensive isn't horrible, but the defensives are going to counter that every time with those bigger numbers. So once again, good job to FLR. We see a single rally being set for the Crystal Mine. We'll see if this one has any effect. You see troops going backwards for FLR. Again, that just means that the reinforcements are full in there, which is good. You always like seeing that. You better safe than sorry. Make sure that there is no room at the inn, basically. No vacancies. So that rally should be moving pretty soon. We see a triple rally being set, but I don't like the spacing of this time right here. We have pretty much 10 seconds dividing them all, so that's going to give them proper time to actually do some reinforcements behind it. Although I do like the triple rally setting, they need to be set pretty much within 3 to 4 seconds of each other. So while those are forming, we see a Tower of Blessings that is forming for a rally. All right, so, and this is what, all right, so yeah, this is what I'm talking about. Those marches are only now starting to move, and the first one already went through. And the third one is still forming. Thankfully, they didn't need it, though, because we do see that it switches over to NC2. But it took 2 to get there. The first one, wow, that barely made a dent in it. However, the second one was strong enough. They weren't able to, FLR was not able to reinforce it quickly enough. And we do see a narrow victory for NC2. Now let's go ahead and watch this, because FLR is some sneaky thieves as they retake it once again. As soon as it was given to NC2, FLR said, no way, I want this back. Now these are single marches. These are single marches. Now that one was a counter rally. So that counter rally was able to go quickly enough. Just shows you the power of the counter rally. As soon as you see that stuff going off, the enemy team sets a rally for it, and when they see the numbers change, they'll speed it up and they'll take it right back from under their noses. NC2 is being relentless, though. They are going to continue to contest this crystal mine. And the Tower of Blessings is also going to try and be taken away. We're reaching we've just passed the halfway point, everybody. Currently, FLR is in a very strong lead, 3,492 versus NC2's 1,432. This is definitely looking like an FLR victory unless NC2 comes up with something very quickly. Which this is a start. NC2 does take over the Tower of Blessings over here. This looked like it was close. Less than 500,000 power difference, but in the favor of FLR. So it's only natural that the next attack would have gone through and taken it away. So then we see a single march against it from FLR. See if they couldn't take it with that. And it looks like they're still trying to do that. It's still red, though. And we do see that the crystal mine is also taken away. So crystal mine and North Tower Blessings is in contention by NC2. That's strong. But then again, look at how many troops were inside of the crystal mine. That's nowhere near full contingent. I'm wondering if there was something else. Okay, so there was a double rally. That's the reason. The first one went through, and we do see that FLR was able to hold on to it the first time. The second time, not so much, because there were no reinforcements that went in. Excuse me. So, how will FLR respond? Of course, they will be setting a double rally for the Tower Blessings. It looks like they're leaving the crystal mine alone for the time being. No one's setting anything for that, but we do see marching over here. So we'll see as that one goes through. And I like the timing. You saw that one. That was the second rally as well. They have great timing on bringing these guys in. That way, NC2 does not have enough time to reinforce it. Although we do see a line going for it right now. I have to wonder if that's FLR or if that is NC2. So that's NC2 trying to reinforce it quickly. However, it was not going to reach there in time. Grand defeat. Now, this was a close one, apparently. Ooh. I believe... Did the numbers change? Okay, the numbers... I can't even tell, actually. Hold on. I can't see the color there. Who is in control of it is the question. Because it looks like NC2 might have held on, but I can't tell. There we go. No, that is FLR who is controlling it. It's really bad when you have like the castle right there. You can't even tell. But yeah, so they were successful in taking it. It didn't look like they were, though. It didn't look like they were. Well, there you have it. I mean, the numbers don't lie. It is there. So, good job to FLR for taking that there. However, NC2 may be holding on to the crystal mine, and it does look like they are. So points will start ticking away in favor of NC2 for the crystal mine. I would imagine FLR is not going to sit by for that. But I don't see any rallies for it. It looks like they're going to be on the defensive for a while. So we'll go ahead and take a look at the Towers of Blessings and see if there is any change there. We see that the battle is underway here, and it is resolving. Don't believe there's a changeover just yet, so no. Right now, FLR is holding on strong. Possible reinforcements going in after the rally hits. And there it is. So it did take 2 rallies, but FLR was, NC2 was able to be successful here. So the first one was obviously a defeat. Again, GIX proving to be a very good defensive holder. And then we take a look at the second one. And there just wasn't enough time to get the reinforcements in. That's why there's only 2.3 million troops in there against a 3.1 million rally. So good job for NC2 for taking that away. We see a supply point being contested. That is also an FLR contested area. We see those starting to move through. However, FLR is able to retake the crystal mine during all that action. I feel like I'm missing some of these reports in my area, but complete defeat. Yeesh. Okay. So yeah, so FLR is contesting the crystal mine. We'll see how the supply point battle goes, as that looks like those are the battle lines. Christina, good to have you. Christopher, have a good night. Bigger COK, yeah, FLR is dominating right now, man. FLR is not only dominating, but they're showing great strategy. Like, they are quick on their toes. And just to show you guys, right now, FLR, commanding lead of just over 4,000. NC2 with 1,643 points. So, that is the current score with another 22 minutes left in the match. And we do see some rallies being set for the crystal mine, so NC2 is going to contest that. Just making sure I'm not seeing any counter rallies here. All right, so we do see that. There we go. Wow. So FLR was able to take away the South Tower Blessings as well. The very moment NC2 takes something, FLR is right up on them, trying to get it right back. Yeah, look at that. Good numbers going in. Doesn't even look like a full rally for GIX there, and yet he was still able to be victorious in this scenario. So I'm going to look at the troop counts here. Again, if you're watching in the VOD, you can pause this a lot. I'm noticing, though, that FLR is sending a lot more T12 infantry for defenses. And that makes sense because the stats for their T12 infantry are looking to be much superior than NC2. At least 100% more defense and at least 30% more health. So them focusing on that is not necessarily a bad thing. Again, I'm going really fast here, but this is for the VOD's purposes. If they want to pause it to get a good idea of what's going on, it's a good thing to really look at. It's like football players looking back at the at tape, you know. So let's see what we have here. We do see Florida going into action for the supply point that was able to go over to NC2. Do we have anything for that one? It's a fairly simple node to look at. So the first one looked like it said so close. Wow, that is close. 500,000 power difference. And then obviously you see here with the victory, it was just taken out because there wasn't enough time to reinforce. So that was good. However, it's going to be contested again by FLR as they are setting a rally for that. We see a double rally being set for the crystal mine, which is in full FLR control. I see NC2 single marches. I like seeing that. Very good, very good. Weaken the structure and then let your main troops hit it. It looks like, no. So the first one went through and it's an FLR defensive victory. Second one went through, it looks like, wow, they may just stave off a double rally. Let's see if they went through yet in the reports. Jeez, Jeez, I mean, it's not a full rally for NC2, but that's still a huge power loss. And this is, again, this is the type of stuff I want to see what their defensive troops look like. At this point, the offensives don't even matter. I mean, that's just not many. That's not many on the defensive. So there's a lot of T-13 cav in there. You can tell by the kill count. Then again, look at this. 81,000 T-12 infantry. Good focus on cav numbers in there. 78k. So you can tell these are not quick marches because the numbers are different. They're focusing, their offensives are focusing on cav and archer. Their defenses are focusing on the infantry. Look at that, 142,000 T-12 infantry. And this is what I was telling you guys earlier. These are not quick marches. FLR is being very, very methodical with the types of troops that they're sending in. So my hat goes off to them for that. We have another 5 minutes before the last night hall comes up. Everything is coming up FLR right now. But NC2 is not giving up. Never say die. Double rally being set for the Tower of Blessings and a single rally for the Crystal Mine. So if they had enough time to look and see that they were sending in a bunch of infantry, then I don't know. How would you counter that many T-12 infantry, I guess is the question. Because Cav have a hard time reaching it. I mean, I guess you could go with siege. You could have a higher siege count, but then you have to have high siege stats. So, I don't know. Quid pro quo there, basically. Okay, I was focusing on the troops marching. So this is going to be the structure that's going to be hit pretty soon. You can already see the double lines going through the slow march of death. Very slow march of death, actually. Jeez, I thought they were going to speed that up. Okay, nope. No, this is right, though. This is correct. They're waiting for the other rallies to start marching. That way they all hit at the exact same time. I actually really like this strategy by NC2. Look at all those that just resolved at the exact same time, and there's only a 5-second difference between this fourth one here. Very good job on NC2's part. Now Florida would have a hard time deciding who they would want to reinforce quickly. No changes just yet in colors, though. Oh, man. Was that another double rally that was staved off? This infantry defense is proving to be very, very beneficial for FLR. So a double rally does not look like it broke through the first North Tower Blessings. And then the Crystal Mine isn't changing over either. 4 rallies. Nothing changes. I do have to confirm that, make sure that that all went through. Yeah, that's exactly it. 2 double rallies have gone through. No changes. And now people are dueling other people. That is highly impressive by FLR. Highly impressive. Let's take a look at the very first rally that went through for the Crystal Mine, and we can analyze and see. I want to make sure I'm getting the right ones, though. All right, so this is the first one, right? No, that was a single march. Second one. All right, this is pretty cool. Jeez. Look at this. Again, notice the infantry defenses that we were talking about earlier. Much higher for the defensive side. So the other troops we just looked at for the defenses was in the North Tower Blessing. Now, this is the Crystal Mine. If they're using the exact same one for the Crystal Mine, then we know they have a solid strategy here. So it looks like GIX is focusing mostly on the offensive, sending a bunch of cav in there, as well as a good amount of archers. And then his teammates are sending a lot of defensive troops. You can see that. 51,000, 61,000, 110,000. These are infantry counts I'm talking about, by the way. That's just 33. That's not a huge amount. That one focused more on the offensives. So it looks like everyone kind of has a role. I mean, it could be extremely, what do you call it? Coincidental, but it looks like some people have different roles within the organization. Some are more offensive driven, the other ones are defensive. All right, Chris. All right, the Night Hall is up. Excuse me. And unlike the other ones, this one's going pretty quickly. We'll take a look at the score afterward as always. And we do see, as this is happening, that we see a rally being set for the Crystal Mine and the Tower of Blessings. I don't believe they'll be able to march quickly enough to catch everyone off guard, but it is good to get the preemptive moves in there. It's not bad if you lose 2 marches. 4 marches going into this is A-okay. And yeah, unlike the other matches I've covered, this one seems to be going by a lot quicker. I think we're at about 30% right now. I absolutely cannot tell. Oh, wow, no, that's way lower. That's almost out. And there's the shield. It's done. FLR with 5,329 points versus NC2's 1,815. This is definitely going to be an FLR victory. And rightfully so. Their strategy was on point. Their formations were on point. I did like NC2's hustle in setting 6 rallies at the same time in 2 different occasions. So, very, very well done by them. It's just not enough against this superior FLR team. And the only battle being set right now, NC2 is going for a supply point. The same supply point that's been in contention for most of this game. So we'll see how that one goes through. We also see one of the Towers of Blessings being attacked. Now that was also, there was rallies being set during the Night Hall. It would appear that once again they were unsuccessful. And it is fully reinforced yet again. Astonishing defensives by FLR. And very quick reaction times to reinforce. All those troops going back were FLR. Very impressive. Now, the supply point should have went through. No, I'm looking at the wrong one. My bad. Supply point. That's NC2 going backwards. That means they were not successful. And it was a defeat. A rather large defeat. But then again, it wasn't a full rally going into it. That's 1.9 million troops going into 2.8 million troops. Nearly 1 million higher. So that wasn't about to happen. And then you look at the stats. 586% cav attack going into 723. The outcome was obvious. Alright, we are seeing... Looks like FLR is going to try and take over the medical hall, and why not? They don't have anything else to do besides rally castles. They might as well go for it. So that's FLR's offensive. NC2 is going after the Crystal Mine and the Tower of Blessings. Again, we can't see the number of troops in here. Although it is worthy to note that Windstalker God here has clearly wearing Governor's set. I'm not sure if DC 50 is wearing that, though. Everyone else is pretty comparable. But that might be a big reason why they aren't getting... Well, actually, that is a full rally. I guess I shouldn't say that. Either way, it looks like some people aren't taking advantage of the Governor's set. Minor thing, only if rallies were constantly not being filled, but they are, so I can't criticize against that. Troops are dispersing from the Crystal Mine, and it looks like that's going to be an FLR defensive victory. We will look at the battle report to see if that is the case. Oh, God. Looks like it is. Ouch. Youcha, youcha, youcha. 2.9 million troops going into 3.5. I mean, this is the same person's stats we saw before. I mean, the offensives are just not there. Look at that infantry defense. 396. That is nothing compared to the 518 on the defensive side. So this rally setter really needs to make sure that they are putting on the proper Dragon Words, Dragon Glass, setting proper heroes, pretty much the whole gambit. I would actually hate to think that they didn't send a hero, but I guess we can look at that. Sort of scrutinize that part at least. So this was a grand defeat. Please tell me you put a hero in there. Okay, no, they did. They did. So it's literally just the stats. It's probably a Dragon Ward or a Dragon Glass error. That's all. This is the person here. Yeah, look at that. See that? Look at that right there. Level 15 glass was still on. So they weren't getting the benefits of the offensive glasses. It's good to note those things, though. I mean, mistakes happen, especially in the heat of these types of battles. It's totally understandable. When I was playing, I completely messed things up. So, but it's good to note it. It's good to watch back in the VODs and be like, oh, shoot, I can do that better. Well, thank you, Christina. I'm trying my best. We only have 9 minutes left, and hopefully I won't lose my voice by then. Alright, so we do see both Towers of Blessings will be getting some love pretty soon. One's receiving a double rally, the other one a single. Really hoping that that player is going to switch out their glass, though, to give their team the best possible benefit. Although I guess since it's not even a, it's not a super rally, I guess it's not a huge point, but I mean it's still good. I mean it looks bad on the reports. All right, so the first one that's going to be hitting is probably this one here. So let's go ahead and zoom in on this bad boy. See what happens. First one goes through. Oh, they're going home. Okay, I thought that was another one. So we'll see if we see a change over here. We do see the battle animation going through, so it is resolving. Very quickly, FLR is going to try and reinforce it. I like that reaction time by FLR. And this looks to be an FLR defensive victory, yet again. So it's really hard to tell which ones were the... Wow. Yeah, once again... Well, see, now this player looks like they might have switched over their glass this time, so that's not too bad. However, it's still not enough. It wasn't a full rally going into it anyways, so, yep. That outcome was obvious, unfortunately. A single rally is being set for the Crystal Mine. That'll be going off pretty soon. That's the only battle right now. Now, you didn't miss a stream, Malachi. We still have 7 minutes left-ish. 6 minutes, really. But, I mean, at this point, the battle's been decided. FLR has 6,228 points. NC2 just under 2,000. Oh yeah, Christina, that is a well-known strategy. I've even seen people do that for the armory and the training grounds. They use it to reinforce quickly or send in quick marches before the rally hits. It's an extremely effective strategy as long as you're on top of healing your troops in the hospital. It also means that you can't really be reinforcing too many things since you need the lines open. But then again, that's all part of the strategy. It's all part of the strategy. It looks like another defensive victory for FLR at the Crystal Mine. Oh, man. Man, you hate to see it. Again, I don't think Frazee is changing their glass out too much. Like, if I zoom in on them again... I keep hitting the troops. Yeah, Frazee is not changing their glass back. That's an issue for stats. I mean, even if they did, it's not like they would have won because it's such a large gap. But it would have looked better. It would have looked better. Okay, so we see, what, the training grounds? Yeah, training grounds is going to get some love pretty soon. Crystal Mine's going to get some love, and this supply point, that is the first supply point that I've seen hit. At least this one at this location. Christina, it looked like NCR actually only had 8 versus a full FLR team, so they were 2 men down as far as I could tell. What's going on, Patrick? Good to see you. Welcome to the end part of my stream. Good to have you. Yeah, it's pretty bad. 6,526 points in favor of FLR versus a 1,929 NC2 team. It's pretty significant. However, both teams can learn, both the winning and losing teams. They can adjust their strategy. We still have weeks more rounds left. So nothing is set in stone right now. People are going to get better. They're going to refine their techniques, and they will always come back stronger. I think if you've already cheered, though, it's already over. So we have just under 4 minutes left in this match. We're just going to sort of ride this one out until the end. As always, it's always good to talk to you guys. So, yeah. Crystal Mine's going to receive a full round of love here. Yeah, and see, I just confirmed that because Frey's just is still in the rally and the glass is still up. They may just not even know that they can't not have it up. So, if they're watching this, it's a good point to learn. Oh, and we're finally gonna get a castle rally. Oh, yeah. Always give those thumbs up. It helps out in the metrics. So we're going to see a castle rally, which is going to be fun to watch. I always like castle rallies. Now, hopefully the end all sees this and changes that level 15 glass. I mean, I guess I'm more hoping that they have a hero on the wall. But, yeah, I hope they change that glass up since he's being rallied. It hasn't changed yet. Ruh-roh. I mean, they have a minute left. We're going to focus on this castle because I'm kind of excited to see a castle rally. Love castle rallies. It's more like the real game. Still level 15. Uh-oh. I mean, he is being fully reinforced, which is kind of nice. Uh-oh. Oh, they're going ham, guys. Double rally against the same group. Now, unless he's trying to do a fake out here. Trying to do a little fake out here and he's going to switch at the moment the rally's set off. That'd be kind of cool. But it's looking like he's going to keep that 15 on the whole time. Alright, we are about 45. Actually, the first one's going to hit in 18 seconds. Nope, go back. There it is. Okay. So we're going to watch this one carefully. Let's look at his power. His power is currently 200. Oh, never mind. It's going to go down. It's going to go down, folks. We're going to see some fire on this castle. Let's zoom in. As we have a minute and a half left, we're going to see the destruction of this castle. Someone play me that funeral music. Dun 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 dun. There it goes. Was that not the one? That may not have been the one. No, it was. Maybe? No, there's still 3 rallies. Never mind. So they're literally going to hit. Oh, God, they're going to hit at the exact same time. They're going to hit at the exact same time. Ah, no. Poor guy. Well, the Blessing Tower, Patrick, should be working. I have not heard of any reports that it is not. The Night Hall is what it hasn't been working as of late. Unless something else changed. Let's see if we can't see this report really quick. Yeah, that was a really good timing. I will say that. Oh, no. Go, 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 go. Oh, no. Wow. Wow, look at that. Oh, demolished. Oh, demolished. Yep. Good rallies. Good rallies. Well, that looks to be the end. The last score, FLR almost with 7,000. NC2 breaking a little bit over 2,000. Thank you everybody so much for watching. Malachi, Christina, Patrick, who else was chatting today? Bigger, COK, thank you. Don, thank you so much. Christopher, who went to sleep earlier. Russell Jackson for talking earlier. Thank you guys so much for keeping me entertained while I keep you entertained. It's boring when I talk to myself, so thanks a lot for watching. Yeah, Patrick, and yeah, the Night Hall has been glitched a lot, which is unfortunate. But what happened was when it was being attacked, it was lagging out the entire game, so they closed it off for a while. Hopefully, it's back up to normal now. So yeah. Anyway, though, thanks everybody so much for watching. Have a great rest of your weekend, which is just for another hour and a half or so, and have a good start to your next week. I will probably be streaming on Wednesday because that's going to be the rematch of the big match that was glitched last week. So I may or may not stream this Tuesday. But anyway, thanks for watching, everybody. And as always, I will see you on the battlefield.